Look at your dad, such a dork, keeping bees. I mean, at least it's interesting, though. At least, I wish my dad kept bees. I mean, it's kind of cute. Your dad keeps bees. How old is your dad? He's obviously beekeeping age. I don't know. I think it's kind of sweet. Summer, I want to your dad.
Oh, really?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Vintage Story. We are here in front of the beautiful house that I made last time. A lot of hard work went into this one, and I'm super happy with how it turned out. While building this house and gathering materials for it, I came across a lot of interesting things that we're going to cover in this episode, specifically the bees that I found along the edge of the forest and a little tin deposit that I found in that cave that you saw me in last time. I eventually did grow a pair and go down that pit, and there was a tin deposit. I didn't explore too much further. I saw the tin and I was like, alright, I'm out of here. I'll come back to that. But first we are going to tackle the bees, because honey is very important. You can do a lot of really important things with honey, such as the main source of healing. And since I have such a little amount of health, healing is going to be very important for my survival. Now, the best word I can use to describe to getting honey up and going, or bees rather, is tedious. It takes a lot of patience and finicking around with the hives and such. But since I found so many wild beehives, it shouldn't be a big problem, because I can get a nice early boost to my honey production. But the first thing I need to do is I need to gather up a lot of cattails, because you need to make your own beehives, and to do that you need to make them out of cattails. So I'm gonna spend some time doing that. It is getting dark though, so I might have to save this venture for tomorrow. We'll get as much as we can done with the rest of the daylight that we have, and then we'll make our way back to our house. You know, I just realized I actually haven't shown you guys the interior. So, this is the ground floor, just like a little cooking area. Got my quern, keeping my food here, and my pelts are expiring. But, yeah, a little cozy. It's very open. I suspect not for much longer. And then upstairs we have, I keep all my tools, most of my storage. I got a nice little bunk bed, a normal wooden bed for once it's a little colder outside. I need to sleep for longer, and then I have my hay bed up here, because sometimes you don't need to sleep for the full 8 hours. 7 hours is just fine. Like right now, it's the middle of summer. I don't need to sleep for that long. Otherwise, I'm just wasting daylight. Well, I think I'm gonna get to bed here so I can get the rest of these cattails in the morning, because it's getting a bit scary out there. A lot of monsters and such. Alright, I've got a decent amount of cattails, so let's start heading over to these beehives and getting them going so I can get this honey underway. Alright, we have made it to the first beehive. And when I found this one, I was a little surprised, because I had never seen a beehive so close to the ground. I didn't even know they could spawn like this. But anyway, so what you do is you find the beehive, you place some flowers nearby, and that causes the bees to swarm and spread to the one that you placed, which takes about, from my experience, it can take about a week. So we're gonna set this and around all 4 beehives that we found, and then we'll come back around and we'll pick them up and take them back home. So maybe not that one. That one's farther away. But we'll definitely do these 3 right here, because they're kind of all clumped up together, which will make it nice and convenient. Oh, more copper. Look at that. Ever since that episode, I've just found so much copper near my base. Like, here, here, here. Like, look at all of this. Where was all of this when I spent 3 hours looking for copper? And died to bears several times. What is that? Alright. The next one should be up right here. So, same thing. Craft up a skep. And place some flowers around it. Nice. Alright, and then on to the third one. And, alright. Alright, I don't exactly remember where the entrance to this cave was. Was it no, that wasn't it. Was it this one? This doesn't feel right. I don't think this was the... Oh wait, no, this was the one, wasn't it? I remembered, yeah, because there was the baby raccoon, and then there was like this big kind of open area. Yes, okay, yes, this is the one, Yeah, here we go, the Hellmouth. Yeah, it's just right down here. I came back here because I needed more, conglomerate for the house, and granite. And then it was just right down here. There was some copper, and there it is. There's the tin. Perfect. So let's dig all this up and see what we get. Oh man. Alright, let's run back home. Grab another pickaxe because I have a few extra. And I think I'm just going to mine up the rest of this copper and the tin. And maybe explore in the cave a little bit. I might as well. You know, like I'm already down there mining. I might as well take a peek around. Maybe there's something cool down there. Little loot. Something to take home to the base. Make it look nice and fancy. First, let's just get the heck out of here because they're playing the scary noises because my temporal stability is dropping and I don't like when that happens and I'm going the complete wrong direction. Getting all sorts of turned around in here. This place is like a maze. Oh wow. Isn't that just beautiful? Look at that. Makes you hope for a better future. And people say Vintage Story isn't a pretty game. Look at that. Alright, it's almost nighttime, but seeing as it's Calm Rift activity, I think I'm just gonna head back out. I'm gonna be underground anyway. I'm sure it'll be fine. Surely it'll be fine. There was only one piece of tin left. That's amazing. Alright, well, let's get this copper. Oh, it's rich, too. Oh my, I'm gonna have so much copper. This is gonna be great. I'm not gonna have to mine for like a million years. Yeah, alright, stuff's getting a little strange down here, so I think I'm gonna pop back up to the surface. This copper vein is massive. Like, it is so big. So, I'm gonna keep digging it out, you know, I'm committed now, but if I knew how big it was gonna be, I probably would have not done so. Why am I taking damage? Is it because I'm going crazy? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, stuff's getting real weird. I gotta get out of here, man. This is why you don't let your... And I went the wrong way again. What? Where am I? Where am I? This is like getting a lobotomy. Oh my god. What is going on? I'm actually a lobotomy victim right now. What is happening? Oh my goodness. Move! Move! Get me out! Get me out! Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't like it down there. I really just don't like it down there, but they want to keep me out. They want to keep me out of the cave. That means there's something good down there, surely. Surely that means that there's riches beyond my wildest dreams, buried deep within that cave. I need to persevere. What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing at my house? That dude was totally stealing my stuff. Look at him. He was like rummaging around my chests. Oh my goodness, we've got thieves in this neighborhood. I knew that the bears were dicks. I didn't realize all of the wildlife were dicks. What's going on? Alright, my stability has returned mostly to normal. Let's get back to the cave. We're gonna uncover its untold mysteries and loot all of its rare treasures. Because there has to be treasures. I know there's treasures. I haven't been beyond this point. So, see what we're working with. Oh, okay, great start. Dead bow torn. There's also, is this saltpeter? Yes. Okay, that's gonna be useful later. Anything good for me? Nope. As per usual. Let's take some of this. I know we can make bombs with this, but I would need blasting powder to do so, which I do not have. But there's always a point where I need saltpeter and I don't have it because I never take the time to grab it. Oh, it's also a fertilizer. That's nice. Oh, okay. There's just absolutely nothing down here. More copper. Got it. Just these freaks. Come on, guys. Yoink. Ah, hey, don't use my trick against me. Frick you. Hey, you. Hey, stop it. Come back. I'll do this. I can do this all day. I wonder if I have enough stones to even kill him. Nope. Just go in there and finish the job. Anything for me? Some twine. And nothing. Okay. Well, bit of a letdown. But it's alright. Please don't be another massive vein of copper. It'd be nice, but I don't want to dig out more copper. Stop. Stop. Why does it keep going? Oh, not this again. Alright. Well, let's get back to mining copper.
A few moments later.
Oh! 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 No! Oh no! No! I don't like that. Oh my goodness! I just remembered. I need to make another hammer mold, or another not hammer mold, anvil mold, because I had to break the last one to get it out. Oh goodness. Okay, let's make that real quick. All right, this should be done. Yeah. Okay. Let's get this poured out, and we'll just deal with the anvil later, because we can work bronze on a copper anvil, so it's not a big deal, but eventually I will want to upgrade to a bronze anvil, because eventually I'm going to want to do iron, and I need a bronze anvil to do iron. Okay, there's about 400 left, so once this is all cooled down, we'll heat that back up and we'll pour it into more ingot molds probably. And then once the anvil is done, we'll make another batch. Whoa, 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 what's going on? None of that. That was almost tragic. That could have burned down my whole, whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, where's Smokey when you need him? I took all the precautions. Where did the stones go? There we go. Are we good? No more forest fires? Okay, anyway, like I was saying, once that cools down, we'll get everything up and running. While all that was going on, I went and got a crap ton of fire clay, or red clay, to make fire clay, because as far as I know, you can't find fire clay naturally anymore. You need to make it, and the way you make it is with powdered flint. So I went and cooked up a bunch of flint, and now I get to sit here and hold down right click. Alright. Now I do have more cooking, though I will have to do that again. But for now, we are done, and we have the fire clay. Yep, these are done too. Perfect. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Tin bronze. Oh yeah. Let's put these away. Making a mess. Let's bring that. Oh yeah. Now I think I have some sticks. We can just get these tools in our inventory right away. Let's get on with it. So what we're gonna do with the rest of this fire clay is we're gonna make bricks. Because we need fire clay bricks to make bloomeries. And you need bloomeries to make glass. And I want to build a greenhouse, but not for crops, for trees, bees, and cattails. So I can make more skeps to make the beekeeping easier. And to get that done, I'm gonna need quartz, because that is how you make glass. And I can't quite remember where the quartz was. I know I found a bunch of it when I was looking for copper, but I don't remember where that was. So I think I'm just gonna start heading back towards these areas that I explored, and I'm sure I'll come across it, surely. Alright, I got all of those bricks going, and this should be done. The anvil mold finished, so I started another batch of tin or bronze, I'm sorry. So we can get this anvil going. To cook all of the quartz, once I do get it, I'm going to need charcoal. And I have a little bit of charcoal, but not nearly enough to make all of the glass for the greenhouse. So I'm going to make a decently sized charcoal pit. And we're gonna get a bunch of charcoal. Probably enough to set us up for at least a little while. So we won't have to make another one, because I hate doing this. Having to cut down all the trees, it's so annoying. Another beautiful morning in my beautiful land. The charcoal is burning. The bricks are done cooking. So we can finally go and look for that quartz. I've been doing chores for like an hour. And yeah, so let's not waste any time. Let's put these bricks down. Let's get to work. Every time I come this way, I swear I find a new trader. They just like I don't think this guy was here before. Like I know he was, but like it doesn't feel like it. What is it? Is this two of them, or is this just one? It's just one big cart. Yeah, it's just one big cart. This dude's got a maid. Look at this stuff back here. The bookshelves, little thing he's got going on. Dude, I know this dude's rich. What up, brother? Clothing trader? Oh man. Here we go. This is more like it. Let's dig up all this quartz. Alright, we got all of the bloomeries lit. The glass is well underway. And while I was mining the quartz, I found a ruin that had a little bit of bony soil in it. So while that goes, we're gonna pan this up, see if we can get anything good. Pretty good haul. I got a gold nugget, another candle, and I think I now have enough flax fibers to make my last linen sack. I do, yes. More inventory. That is what you like to see. Get that made. And boom. Look at that. Look at all that space. Alright, all of our glass is now finished. So I'm gonna break all these, and this glass is gonna be really hot, so I'm gonna have to cool it off. Okay, I have a cool idea in mind for what I want to do for the greenhouse, but to do it, I'm going to need to do a lot of intricate chiseling. And at the start of the series, I was very limited with the mods that I chose because I didn't want it to be too bloated. So there's only 3 mods: the HUD clock in the top left, QP's chisel tools, which is the best mod for this game. If you don't play with QP chisel tools, I don't know what you're doing. And the stone quarry mod. So we're gonna have to get into QP's chisel tools a little bit, because otherwise this is gonna take me until next July. Okay, this is gonna be a little difficult because obviously it's transparent, but I kind of want to go for like a honeycomb design. So what is it? It's a hexagon, right? So no, that's just a diamond. How do I make a hexagon? Hold on. All right, that took way longer than I needed to, but that's, you know, that's roughly hexagon shaped. So we're gonna mirror it on both sides. And it started as a slab, but I kind of put it in between 2 blocks, if that makes sense. Like I shaved off the front and then moved it to the middle. So I'm hoping that it still counts as an insulating block, because if it doesn't, then the greenhouse won't actually be a greenhouse. So we're gonna hope it all works out. All right, here we are, finished design. So that's gonna be the main walls of the greenhouse. So let's get the work done. Well, this always seems to happen whenever I'm building. A temporal storm decides to show up. So we're gonna cower inside the house and weather the storm. Progress is coming along. The temporal storm definitely set us back a little bit, but we're gonna get right back to work. It's a little tedious doing these windows, but it's gonna be worth it. Alright, I have finished the greenhouse. Now, there is a slight problem. It isn't a greenhouse, and I'm not exactly sure why. I'm going to try and figure it out. If any Vintage Story geniuses happen to be watching this episode, please leave a comment of what you think it might be. I suspect it has something to do with the walls not being flush, but I could be entirely wrong. There is one more thing we need to do before we can end this episode. We need to go get our bees that we started in the very start of the episode, because I will be very surprised. I'll be extremely surprised if they are not in their hives yet. But before we do that, we are going to plant some of the trees that I've been picking up every so often. We'll take the yellow and the pink apple trees. I made it slightly, I gave it this like M design because I wanted to have 2 trees in there alongside the bees. So what we're gonna do is right here we'll throw a yellow and let's see, we'll throw another yeah, right here do another yellow, and then over here do pink. So we'll do yellow and pink. I might switch it to both yellow. If the pinks die, I might do both yellow just to stick with the bee theme. Because we have like the honeycomb looking thing. It could be a little themed greenhouse. I'm also going to throw some paths in there. And I probably won't do the cattails on the inside like I originally intended to. Mostly because of size restrictions. I'll probably just put those outside. I won't need too many cattails, but it's not overly important that this one behaves like a greenhouse. It'll only extend the bees for a couple of days, and the trees as well. As long as the one that I'm going to be planting crops in works like a greenhouse, that's all I really care about. This one's mostly just for aesthetics. But it would be nice just have a little bit of extra time. Alright, the first one populated. Nice. I'm gonna leave the beehives here just in case a travesty happens and I somehow lose every single bee and need to get more. Oh, this one's empty. Must be too far away from the hive. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, what a cliche. What a cliche. I'm going for the honey and the bear comes out. Okay, well, one's gonna have to do. Because I don't want to stick around if that guy's gonna be guarding my my other skep. I'll get that some other time. But yeah, one's gonna have to do for now, and one is plenty because they'll spread to all the other ones that I placed down. Okay, got my skep, and bow. And then we're gonna place some more empty ones so the bees will spread to these. And then I got some lupins, because these are arguably the best flower, if you ask me. Place these around. Okay. I think I'll place a few more. I want to keep a 3x3 area around the trees, just to give them enough room to grow so I can get all the fruit that I need. But that should be plenty. That's going to conclude this episode of Vintage Story. Thank you for watching till the end. If you'd be so kind as to consider subscribing, I'd greatly appreciate it. But yeah, that's going to do it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.